Entry Media Award and welcome to my review for Dark City, the director's cut. This film I saw a couple of months back when I watched Gravity the same day, funny enough. Absolutely loved the movie, very underrated. I can't believe I didn't hear much about it beforehand, and I've recently got it on Blu-ray, which is the version right here. And I have to talk about it because I don't think enough people know about this movie, and I think it has to be mentioned, has to be talked about. So yeah, let's talk about Dark City, the director's cut.
Why did you break up the sun?
So Dark City is from the director of The Crow. This movie did after that movie. I wanted to do a bigger, more of an epic, bigger budget movie, lots of practical effects, lots of really cool visual, and just a big open storyline, which I think at the time was something a little different. It was something that we kind of expected there. We see these type of movies, big blockbuster movies, 3-hour cuts like Lord of the Rings type of thing. This is a very different type of movie. I'm surprised it's got a similar release as it did, being the fact of how kind of indie it is, and it's not massively like in your face. It is very subtle in terms of its cinematography, in terms of the look of the movie. And one thing I want to mention right now is the director's cut. Now, if you haven't seen this movie before, don't know anything about it, do not watch the trailer, don't look it up, whatever, just go out and watch it, go out and buy the director's cut. The director's cut and the theatrical is all on the Blu-ray version only. The US is more eligible to get. You can get that mass produced a bit more easily. It's regionally locked, unfortunately, but you can get it quite cheap. The region B, for some reason, the UK version is extremely rare. So if you type in Dark City on Amazon or any other sites, you'll be expecting to pay at least 20 quid at least, I guarantee it. I got this from CX, which I was pretty happy about, so at a decent price. It's worth every single penny for sure. It's like a 2-hour movie, lots of extras, good stuff, so I recommend that. Now the problem is with the theatrical, when it was released, is that it gave away the huge twist. Basically the film is kind of like a kind of 1940s kind of noir mystery with something like quite going on. It's got that kind of Bioshock feel to it, the video game. If you like that game, you're going to love this movie. It's very similar in terms of its style, in terms of its visuals. And it's got a really good mystery to it. It's meant to be like an ordinary man. The storyline basically is an ordinary man wakes up, he's in a bathtub, very Saw-like in a sense, yeah, and he doesn't know who he is. He's got amnesia. He's like, what the heck's going on? He's got a bag, he's got a name on it, he assumes that's his, and he's just trying to find out what's going on, trying to make sense of these memories that he's got fragmented in his head. And at the same time, there are these people that are after him, these kind of mystery figures with coats and bald head and hats, and they're basically trying to track him down, trying to follow him and saying, where is he gone, where is he? And he's basically going around the city and he's kind of noticing things, something's not quite right. And of course he meets certain characters along the actual way he goes down. Got William Hurt's character, which is a detective, and he's kind of tracking down him in a sense. And they got his wife, the actual main character portrayed his wife in this movie, which is very good, very well portrayed, good acting. You got Keifer Sutherland in this movie also from 24, he's a really good role in this movie also. He plays a bit of a mystery character also. In the theatrical version, the first opening minutes reveals the twist, practically. So it's basically spoon feeding you, the audience, what the twist is, and leaving no mystery, no suspense to the movie at all. The whole point of the actual director's cut is to kind of put you in the situation where the character is and unravel what's going on, and you kind of leave yourself with questions. What's going on? Is it this? Is it that? And that's what the movie is. That's what it intends. That's why the ending of it is like a holy shit kind of thing. Unfortunately, I knew what the twist was because I was needy enough to look it up online, and I found the twist. Doesn't mean the experience is ruined, but the actual pacing of the movie is relying on the actual twist and relying on the reveal of it. The movie has a huge payoff. Now, as I say always in my reviews, the movie has to pull through with its concepts. And when the twist reveals and things going on happen, all kind of things, holy fuck, it does. I swear, most modern movies today are ripped off this movie. Matrix 3, the third one, has definitely ripped off Dark City for sure. I guarantee that from some of the set pieces and some of the visuals. I guarantee you that. The visual looks really good. I love the building sets, and it's got that kind of 1940s feel to it, but it's got that kind of cold exterior of the buildings, like something like, yeah, I can see it, but it's not something's not quite right, and there's certain things that you kind of pick upon and you notice, and when you watch it again, you kind of think to yourself, oh yeah, that makes sense, and like, oh, how did I miss that before? It doesn't spoon feed you everything, the director's cut doesn't. It gives you more leeway, and when there's certain things, if you're paying attention, you can figure out more stuff, and you can kind of think, okay, that's not quite right, or how does that work with that kind of thing, and you kind of piece it together. Now, I love movies like that, and of course it does have a good third act finale. There's some fantastic stuff. I'm going to say what it is. It's just really, really good. Definitely something that I wanted to see if you're going to do this kind of movie. And it's from the director of The Crow. He always does pay. He always pays off for his movies for sure. The main character protagonist is really well done as well. You really kind of feel for his character. You like you kind of on the journey of his character. Trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening to the city, what's who these people after him, and then. So that's been my review for Darkseid, the director's cut. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Have you seen the movie? What did you think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Again, I would hugely recommend the director's cut only. The actual Blu-ray does feature the theatrical. I would not watch the theatrical. The DVD versions in the UK is the theatrical cut, and it does ruin it. If you unfortunately haven't managed to watch the director's cut before, definitely recommend it. It definitely adds a lot more, character scenes within the movie. Adds a lot more of the cool, awesome factor of it also in the third act of the movie, and of course doesn't ruin the twist within the first couple of minutes, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the Darkseid director's cut, hugely recommend on Blu-ray for sure. Good to go and pick it up. So yeah, folks, what do you think of it? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Leave your opinions, comment down below. So in the meantime, Andrew from Media from Game TV, sign out.